Hi guys, in this video we're gonna take a look at how you can back up your photos when part of your screen is broken and not accessible on the Samsung Galaxy S10 or the S10 Plus. So there are a lot of different ways how you can back up photos to your device. The issue is that because the screen is broken, so sometimes it can be hard to do it, and depending on where it is broken, so it could be the first top half or it could be the bottom half of the screen is broken, so when you're touching it nothing is responding, or sometimes you may not be able to see anything at all on the screen. So we'll try my best to show you how you can perform a backup. Now the first thing is, if you can, try to swipe down and turn on rotations. Rotation really going to help. Auto rotate is going to really help in this scenario when your device is broken. Now if you somehow cannot access the top panels, I can try to show you another way to do it by connecting your phone to a TV. If you've got a smart TV or if you've got Chromecast, for example, you can try to cast it to the TV so you can see what's going on the TV. So we try to do that towards the end of the video. Now the first thing to understand is that you can back up your photos to your USB drive, flash drive, or you can back up to the SD card, or you can back up to the cloud, or you can back up to your computer. So there are a lot of different ways how you can do it. Now if you want to back up to the USB drive, we need to use the file manager, and we also need to use this OTG adapter. This is a USB-C type adapter that you can connect to your charging port right here. So we will take a look at that in a moment. So first we're going to swipe down and make sure that you can turn on auto rotate. And so I'm just going to mask up this part of the screen here. So the bottom of the screen is not working, so I'm going to mask it up. And then what we want to do is first go into gallery. If you can, access the gallery. If you cannot access the gallery because if it's on part of the screen, what you can do is try to rotate your phone this way. So I'll rotate your phone this way so that you can access gallery somehow. You can see if I do this way, it will be on this side. If I turn it this way, gallery will be in the different positions. So see if you can rotate the screen around and see if you can try to access it in different ways. So first I'll turn on gallery, and then in gallery you can see that if I tap on the menu key here, if I go down, so because I cannot access settings, so I'm just going to turn it around and then tap on the menu key here and then go into settings and then tap on iCloud sync. So I tap on iCloud sync and then go into that, and you can see down here you've got sync options in gallery. So I'm just going to turn on that and then go into sync and make sure that it is synced to the iCloud. So if you have signed up or signed into your Samsung account, you can normally sync your photos or back up your photos to the cloud, to the Samsung cloud. So you can see here it is syncing at the moment. Albums to upload, so you can tap on that to see what can be uploaded, camera, screenshots, and other photos. If you want to back up other photos, make sure that you select them as well. So at the moment it is currently syncing. So that's one way how you can do it, is to sync. If you need to access the back button or the home button somehow, what you can do is to swipe down, go to settings, and then go into accessibility. So tap on accessibility and then tap on interaction and dexterity, and then tap on assistant menu. If you cannot, for some reason, if you cannot tap on assistant menu because of the broken screen, try to use the Bixby key. So enable assistant menu, and that will turn on. I've turned it on. And that will turn on the assistant menu, and from here you can tap on that button, and this button allows you to use the on-screen home key and back key. Now if the assistant menu button happens to be at the bottom of the screen here, And because the screen is broken and you cannot access it, try to turn the screen around and move the buttons up that way, and then turn it back, and you can see now the buttons is at the top. And with this button here, this will allow you to tap on the back key, the home key, or the recent key, like that. So that's one way to do it, is to back up to your cloud. Now you can also swipe down and tap on the settings icon. In here there are backups options. So if you need to back up your phone, go down into your accounts and backup, and tap on backup and restore. So tap on backup data, so just in case you need to backup whatever it is, apps and other things, so you can backup all your data to Samsung account, backup all your data to Google account. They will not backup your photos, however, they only backups like app status and other data, but not the photos. So in order to backup photos, you need to go to your gallery app. Okay, so here what we can do is now we can try to back up to USB drive or to your SD card. So let's go back to your home screen. Now this is where these buttons become handy. So if the top part of your screen is not working, make sure you rotate your screen around and move the buttons to the appropriate locations so that you can access these buttons, so that you can use the home. So because the bottom home, the bottom parts of the screen is broken, you cannot use the home button, so we can use this button here. Okay, let's try to back up files or photos to your USB drive. So I'm going to plug in the OTG into your USB port, and I'm going to plug in the flash drive. So sometimes you hear I call them flash drive or USB drive or thumb drive. They all really means the same thing. So I'm just going to try to plug it in. So there it is. It's now plugged in, and now we want to swipe down and go into Samsung folder and tap on My Files. Now you have noticed I haven't touched any part of the bottom screen. That's because we assume it is broken. So here we're going to go and tap on the USB drive here. So sorry, first we're going to tap on image, because now this bottom part here shows that our USB drive storage has been recognized by the phone. So we're going to tap on images, and then tap on camera folder or any folders that you want to back up. So I'm going to choose the camera folder, and then what we want to do is to select, tap and hold to one of the photos, and then tap on select all on the all checkbox here, so it will select all the photos. And now we want to tap on that copy button. So if the bottom part of the screen is broken, try to turn it this way and then see if you can tap on a copy. So you can't at the moment, so try to turn it the other way. So now that we turn it the other way, we can tap on copy, and then now we know we need to choose where we want to paste the photos or to copy the photos. So we're going to need to choose the destination folder. So tap on the back key here, and then tap on the back key again, and we want to go down and choose USB storage 1, and then we need to choose a folder that we want to back up to. If the folder isn't available, you can create one. Otherwise you can just dump them in the root directory, and then later on you can sort it out. But up here you can tap on the menu key and tap on create folder, and then give it a name. Because the keyboard is down here is broken, so we can try to turn it around, and then we just give it a simple name so that we can easily back it up. So I'll tap on create folder 1, and then I want to choose this folder here, and then tap on copy here. So we need to turn the phone around, or maybe this way. So we turn it this way and then tap on copy here. So now it is copying to the drive, to a USB drive. So you can see here in my USB storage 1, folder 1, all the photos are now being copied over. So this method is very similar to being backup to your SD card. So if you want, you can choose SD card instead of USB storage 1. So if you want to copy or backup to your SD card, you can do so as well. So I'm just going to unplug this one here for now, and then you can see here again I can choose images, camera, and I can tap and hold to one of the photos, and then tap on all to select everything. Then I can turn it this way and choose copy, and then I'll go back here, go back, and then I'll go down and select SD card, and in SD card I can choose where I want to copy it. So pictures, and then I'll copy here. So I turn it around and I choose copy here. So it's very similar to copy into your USB drive and its SD card. You perform the same action. Okay, so that is another way how you can backup. Now the other way you can do it is to use the backup software that is available on your device. So I'm going to plug this one back in, and then I'm going to go back to the home screen. So I'll tap here on this assistant menu, and I'm going to choose home to go back to the home screen. I'm going to swipe down and tap on the settings icon, and in settings we want to go to account and backup, and then tap on backup and restore, and then go all the way down to the bottom, which is the external or transfer. So make sure you turn your phone sideways, and then tap on external storage transfer, and then now we need to choose whether it's USB card or SD card. Okay, so this is the part where you can see I try to turn my phone around, but it's not actually rotating at all. So this is where the assistant menu can be come into handy. So tap on that, and then we're going to swipe across, and we're going to use the cursor instead. So tap on cursor, and I'm going to use this control pad here. So I'll see if I can drag this pad up, and then I'm going to use the cursor down, and then I'm going to click on USB. So you can see I can use this cursor pad to control my mouse, even if the screen is not responding down here. And then I'm going to choose backup. So tap on backup, and then over here I'm going to choose backup. And then over here I'm going to go up, and I'm going to deselect everything. So, and I'm going to choose images only. So if you can rotate your phone, just rotate it over like so. Just close this cursor to see if I can rotate it or not. So make sure the rotation is turned on. So it's still not rotating in here on this screen. For some reason it's not rotating. So in this case we can use the cursor instead, the cursor pad. And because I'm just going to pull it out so I can see what's going on. So I'm going to go down and choose image. So let's use this cursor pad and choose image. So we tap on it to select, and then tap on it to deselect. And now that we have selected the image, we're going to go down. So we're going to go down here. So you can choose the up and down arrow to control it. So I'm going to choose tap on backup. And now it is backing up to the USB drive. So I'm just going to close the cursor pad for now. So you have seen I have tried different ways how you can control your phone using the cursor pad. Using the Bixby key, you can issue command. You can rotate your phone sideways to access the screen. And now that it's done, so it's a backup is done. So I'm just gonna use the cursor again to swipe down and tap on done, and then that's it. So now we are back this way. So once we are back to the restore screen, we can rotate the screen. However, when we are on the other screen, we cannot. So notice there is also another option here. I'm just gonna close that, and I'm tap on here, and you got another option here called screen control. So you can see you can control the screen here as well. So just keep in mind that if for some reason one thing doesn't work, you can try the other. So that's how you can backup using the backup and restore program that is built onto your device. Now, if some part of your screen is blacked out or not showing correctly, perhaps maybe you can try to cast it to the smart TV. If you've got a smart TV or Google Chromecast, you can cast it to your TV so you can see what you're doing. So you can swipe down and then swipe down again, then tap on Smart View. And here we're going to try to connect to the TV. So I'm going to choose this TV here and tap on Start Now. Now remember, if part of the screen is not working, you can use this cursor control to control it. So again, this will depend on which part of your screen is not working. So you can cast it to the TV like this. So now that it's cast to the screen, so you can see what's going on your TV as well, as you can see right there. Now you can also use this assistant menu to control the status bar or the control panel. So you can tap on that, and then that will bring down the notification panel. So tap on that button and that will bring down the notification panel. You can also tap on here and tap on the cursor, allowing you to move the cursor up and down to turn on auto rotate. For example, you can tap on that to auto enable or disable auto rotate, and you can also control other parts as well. So I'm just going to close that. So again, that will depend on what part of the screen is broken. So try to turn your phone around and try different methods to see what works for you. Now another thing you could do is connect your phone to a computer. So here I'm going to connect it to the computer with the USB cable.